I'm bored! Entertain me.
Hey, what's going on, motivators? My name's Copa Russo, and as always, I'm here to kill your boredom. Welcome back to some more Death Battle. We have a Death Battle Royale, which we haven't seen one of these in a while, and I think the last one was the Pokemon, the original starter Pokemon, which were originally, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander, which they forced to evolve into, their final forms, technically to Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard. So, this is the Mega Man Battle Royale. So basically they're just taking, the different versions of Mega Man and just making them fight, which is going to be interesting because this is the first Battle Royale that's a fight with 5 characters. The first one they had was Ninja Turtles, 4-on-4. So, there was 2 against 2. The way they broke it down, it was Raphael and Donatello, and then there's Leonardo and Michelangelo, and it ended with Leonardo and Raphael going at it. And then with the starter Pokemon, they're just kind of like all over the place. So I think with this one, one of them is going to be at a distinct disadvantage. But as far as I think who will win, I think megaman.EXE for sure. He just seems to be a little more suited, plus his armor. And it may sound like it's being a little biased on it, but I grew up with megaman.EXE, for the Super Nintendo, and also for there's a game that came out on PlayStation 2, but I had that for Zero, and I think megaman.EXE, I think he's one of the Mega Men who have Zero's sword. So, but if I had to say anything else, all I can say is my money's on the blue guy. That's it. That's all I can say with that one. But yeah, but that's all I can get for that, and hopefully this is going to be a 3D fight because there's just going to be so much going on, and this death battle's almost 27 minutes long. So either it's like they go deep into the science of these guys, or everybody gets like a short, like 2-minute introduction to their feats. Kind of like what they did with the Ninja Turtles. They're all just kind of like short introductions. But anyway, let's jump on into this. I hope Mega Man.EXE wins. If not, it's Mega Man. You can't go wrong with it. Just so long as Disney and Netflix doesn't try to make a live action adaptation of that. Okay, we saw Will Smith as the genie, another blue character, and they fucked that up. But I'm gonna give it like 1% hope for that, and that first image of Will Smith is just not destroying him. But let's face it, you can't top Robin Williams. But enough of me rambling. You didn't come here to watch me talk. You came to join me on this death battle. So let's dive on in.
Mega Man may be an icon by himself, but others have carried on his legacy, creating real immortality.
Immortality? Not on this show. Time to find out which Mega Man is the most mega of the men.
While there are many versions of the character to choose from, not that one, this battle will feature the 5 most prominent. The classic era Mega Man.
Mega Man.EXE.
My boy.
From the Legends series.
Battle Network's megaman.exe.
And the Alien Star Force Mega Man.
What about Frank West with Mega Man? He wore the Mega Man outfit.
Their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Okay, 2D fight, but I'm gonna let it slide this time.
In the year 20XX, the brilliant Dr. Light would change history forever.
That beard.
Developing machines with AI so advanced.
Just want to sleep in his beard.
Life. His goal was a world where robots and humankind could live together in trust and harmony.
I want all you watching to remember that, because right off the bat, Light's partner Dr. Wily reprogrammed the bots and tried to take over the world. Just the first in a lifetime of dick moves.
To combat this threat, Light upgraded one of his prototypes, Rock, into the original, the classic, Mega Man.
Classic, huh? What's next? Diet Mega Man? Cherry Vanilla Mega Man? Mega Man Zero?
Technically yes, but that's much later. Mega Man is armored with ultra-strong Ceratanium, and comes equipped with the Mega Buster, a literal hand cannon for each arm.
While its normal lemon energy bloods aren't too deadly, he can charge them up to tear through Robot Master ass like nothing. Meant to do that. There was a fly.
And that's why we haven't furthered our research into making that.
His most notable tool is his variable weapon system. which allows him to copy the data of fallen enemies to gain their weapons as his own.
So now he can cut you down with the metal blade, light you up with the napalm bomb, and burn you alive with atomic fire, which is twice as hot as the surface of the sun. He's basically got a tool for every occasion.
Sure, he can shield himself with the skull barrier, reflect projectiles with the mirror buster, bypass armor with the centaur flash, stop time with the time stopper, and create localized singularities with the black hole bomb.
In case this little blue buddy needs a boost, he can activate his double gear system, which is basically Roboroids. They jack up his power, his speed, or both at the same time.
And with his robotic canine companion...
Also, this could be a redemption episode when Mega Man lost to Astro Boy.
Power and rocket-propelled punches.
Mega Man is strong enough to lift a 60,000-ton tower. He's tough enough to survive the gravity of Jupiter, the heat of the sun, and absolute zero. Plus, he's fast enough to keep up with Quickman, who can dodge lightning and can get close to the speed of light.
Mega Man has battled over 100 Robot Masters and other robotic
Watch
foes,
the original be the one who comes out on top,
who
too.
is powerful enough to self-destruct and destroy the Wily Star. Basically a small...
Which would still be cool, I don't care. This is Mega Man.
This would need energy equivalent to over 7 trillion megatons of TNT.
Too bad all that power runs on limited ammo, though.
Mega Man would carry the banner of peace across the world, fighting Wily's tyranny and spreading Dr. Light's dream of human-robot coexistence. And everyone lived happily ever after. Until they didn't.
Nope.
He's the greatest creation of my career, and I will call him Mega Man.
Mega Man. I like it.
Flash forward 100 years when the archaeologist Dr. Kane happened upon a sleeping blue android hidden deep within a ruined laboratory. Unlike the previous model, this android possessed free will indistinguishable from a human's. This wasn't Mega Man. This was Mega Man.EXE.
This guy was built by the late Dr. Light to be better than the original Mega Man model in every way.
Aware of the danger that such a powerful android could be, Light locked him away in a capsule that ran tests on his morality for 30 years.
And what better way to match decades of good boy training than waking up to worldwide war?
Dr. Kane began mass replication of X, but his process was imperfect. Many of these Reploid robots went maverick and embroiled the world in centuries-long warfare.
Despite being a pacifist, X felt obliged to step in and help. His go-to is his X-Buster, which can fire off single shots of condensed solar energy, or charge up several times over for
Yeah,
even
the Z-Saber,
more power.
so he does have
carries
it.
his partner Zero's Z-Saber, a beam sword that can reflect projectiles and cut through nearly everything.
But he wouldn't be a true Mega Man without the ability to scan and copy other robots.
He has a lot
He has
of
copied
weaponry.
countless elemental weapons that control fire, lightning, wind, water, and ice, as well as bombs, missiles, mines, drones, lasers, and force fields.
He can shoot out black holes, turn into
Got a sonic force field, come on.
and create a clone of himself, which I really wish I could do.
He can stop time and even resist similar effects when other robots try their own time stoppers.
But when he gets serious, he breaks out his ultimate armor. It doubles his durability, gives him unlimited ammo, allows him to fly and attack with the Nova Strike move, and teaches him some super-powered moves like the Hadouken and Shoryuken. Yeah, turns out Dr. Light was a fan of Street Fighter.
But possibly his greatest ability is what the X in his name refers to. The X factor that is his limitless evolutionary potential.
Which is your typical anime bullshit. Powered by love or friendship or puppies or whatever.
As a kid, I always thought the X meant 10. I don't know why.
He reformed his whole body in only a few seconds from just his metal core.
With all his
Wow.
immense power, X has defeated dozens of Mavericks, including the General. The General once tanked a planet-destroying laser, the energy of which would require 57 quadrillion megatons of TNT. He can move fast enough to dodge Optic Sunflower's light-speed lasers and survive channeling enough energy through his body to annihilate all of Japan.
After years of fighting, he managed to destroy his arch enemy, the Sigma virus, with his most powerful weapon yet, the Mother Elf, aka
And Sigma lost to
the latest thing
Ultron.
Join our Hall of Fame of terrible, terrible names for awesome stuff.
The Mother Elf is like a living antivirus software that can heal X's wounds, increase his power, and completely rewrite a Reploid's code, giving him complete control over cybernetic beings. That's how he defeated the Sigma virus, by erasing it from every Reploid in the world all at once.
And the day was finally saved. Well, until the Mother Elf was corrupted and the biggest war ever broke out all over again, but for the ultimate peacekeeper, X sure spent a lot of time kicking ass.
As long as there's hope, we can change the future.
Thousands of years later, the world was consumed by a great flood. Humanity was all but extinct.
The world got so shitty, the man in the sky himself had to step in and flush that thing.
All that remained on the planet was a race of artificial life forms known as carbons. But some of humanity survived in the orbital space station, the Elysium. This station housed the Master System, a computer program designed to control the carbons' population on Earth. But over time, all the humans on board died. Except for one, the Master, and his assistant, a carbon known as Megaman Trigger.
Since the carbons were basically the only humanoid life forms left.
Yeah, I didn't make it this far with the Mega Man series.
This human figured they deserved free reign of the planet, so he told Trigger to destroy the Master System. Though I'm pretty sure Nintendo already did that.
Despite being a purifier unit designed to protect the Master System, Trigger obeyed.
But thanks to this chick Sarah, he got his robo-butt whooped hard, lost all his memories, and got turned into a baby.
Sealed away for years, he was eventually discovered by carbon diggers who named him Volnutt. And thus began his journey to stop the Master System, battle pirates, and trigger his lost memories. See what I did there?
Well, gotta talk about something you said.
Leave the
there.
puns to Boomstick.
Why did they name him Volnutt? What a dumb name! The only thing dumber than that name was that stupid pun that you made. Well, to save the day, Volnutt has, surprise, surprise, the Mega Buster, and he can switch out his right arm for a bunch of special weapons like a machine gun, a spread gun, homing missiles, grenades, mines, a sword, a reflector shield, and his most powerful weapon of all, the Shining Laser. It's a laser that shines like a lot. It's good.
That's definitely some
He wears armor
PS1
which lets him
graphics right
hover
there.
for extra speed, and also shields that can make him briefly invulnerable and invincible.
That's it? No stopping time or farting black holes out of his butt? I guess it's not that bad.
Well, most of these weapons pull from the same energy source rather than separate pools, and they each need to be swapped out manually.
Yep, starting
Diet
to
beer.
Diet Mega Man.
Don't underestimate him. Volnutt is a charming hero with a lot of power. He can lift 9.5-ton stone blocks, move fast enough to evade meteors, which re-enter Earth's atmosphere at Mach 33, and even tank them head-on. That's a kinetic energy equivalent to 38 tons of TNT. He's defeated scores of giant mechs and even Sarah in a rematch for the
Yeah, but
age,
that doesn't compare to
all in a
X's
day's work
durability,
for
though.
Mega Man Volnutt.
Don't worry, Yuna.
Why?
I know Ro.
It's just like an anime, the lips are off.
No matter what happens.
Whoa. Don't try and pull that happily ever after crap. Humanity went extinct, the planet is flooded, and the last Mega Man is stuck in space forever because Legends 3 is never gonna happen. That peaceful future Dr. Light worked so hard for turned out to be total bullshit.
Damn,
And if
Boomstick.
you think about it, it's all his fault. Love and peace are lies, God is dead, and we're all totally...
Maybe.
That's a little vein in his head.
There is another.
Alright, so this is Mega Man number 4.
Let's go all the way back to the year 20XX. Imagine, instead of revolutionizing science with robotics, Thomas Light focused on computer sciences and created a world dominated by the internet and digital AI. Oh, and his name was also Tadashi Hikaru.
Oh, great, the AI Overlord timeline. Hey, Siri, please don't kill everyone and take over the world.
I didn't catch that boomstick.
Oh God, it's already happening!
The internet infrastructure Hikari worked on was so complex, it became its own separate universe known as the Cyber World. This unpredictable digital universe was managed by sentient computer programs called NetNavies.
Reminds me of those digital Pokemon.
I was just thinking the
What are those
same
called
thing.
again?
Hikari had a grandson named Lan. Yes, that's really his name. And Lan had one of the best NetNavies around.
Hub, really?
megaman.exe. Together, they became the most successful virus-busting duo in both the real and cyber worlds, and saved both countless times.
EXE can shoot foes down with his regular or
Hub
charge
and
shot
land.
with his, yes, you guessed it, Mega Buster.
Wow.
He can fly with his Mega Booster and cook the shit out of a Thanksgiving Day turkey with his Mega Baster. Okay, maybe he doesn't have that last one.
His true strength, however, lies in Lan's enormous collection of battle chips, which contain a variety of different weapons and tools for EXE to use. He has over 1,500 of these.
Wow, so wait. Does this mean he can only use those if the kid is helping him?
Bombs, big bombs, time bombs, shockwaves, earthquakes, meteor swords, kunai boomerangs, and an incredibly deadly yo-yo.
That doesn't even scratch the surface. He can create black holes, move objects with telekinesis, turn intangible and invisible, dispel force fields, resist having his data assimilated, uninstall customized programs and weapons data in enemies, and use Gigafreeze to put programs and even the whole internet in stasis.
That why my internet went down last night? I might have to break out boomstick.exe and kick his ass. How do I Alt F4 this little bastard?
Good luck getting past EXE's defenses. His dark aura is a barrier so tough, it could survive the end of the entire cyber world. And since EXE is a digital program, not an organic being, he survived being impaled, losing limbs, and even being blown to bits before pulling himself back together.
Wait a minute, if he's just a program like you said, can he even fight in the real world like other super fighting robots?
He's done so before. He can enter the real world through special dimensional areas, or through sheer power output alone. He can even merge body and mind with Lan using full synchronization, a technique only possible if both beings have a strong mental
But Lan
bond.
is human himself.
Dun-ha! Well, turns out EXE and Lan are super close because, plot twist, EXE is Lan's stillborn dead baby brother turned into a computer program. Wow.
Yeah, well, when they bond perfectly, they enter hub form, a state powerful enough to defeat Nebula Gray and the Dark Galaxy universe with just a wave of his hand.
EXE is tough enough to survive a planet-sized Psybeast exploding. That's a blast worth over 14 septillion megatons of TNT.
He's quick enough to search practically the entire cyber world in less than a minute, and powerful enough to absorb and recreate the same cyber world in a single move. And after all of that, Lan retired from virus busting to become a scientist whose research would play a part in the next generation of Mega Man.
Pretty impressive for a guy who spends all his time jacking off. I'm sorry, Wiz, we had to work that in.
I understand.
That's a pun. Learn from him, Wiz. Learn from him. Alright.
200 years later, the world had yet again progressed, this time with the advent and proliferation of electromagnetic, or EM, wave technology, which is a fancy way of saying they switched their main resource from internet cyberspace to basic radio waves.
Well, at least radio waves will never try to take over the world and commit genocide.
Oh, you say that now. This is Geo Stellar, the son of astronaut Kelvin Stellar. Okay, first Lan, now Kelvin, these names are killing me. But anyway, Kelvin got lost in space after being attacked and captured by a race of aliens made of electromagnetic waves known as FMians, like FM radio aliens. FMians.
Luckily for Kelvin, he made friends with an EM alien kitty thing named Omega.EXE, who tried to help him escape by zapping him into radio waves. It wasn't the best idea ever, but eventually Omega and Geo met up and merged together to become Star Force Mega Man.
And with this transformation, Geo acquired and amplified all of Omega's EM powers. Namely, as a being composed of EM waves, he's effectively invisible and intangible.
We passed right through.
We're EM waves, remember?
Though the latter usually requires conscious thought to activate. He can also fly, teleport, survive in space, turn living beings into EM waves, and manipulate data itself to control other machines from the inside out.
Remember when Mega Man used to just be a cute little robot? Now he's a radio alien cat fusion thing. Well, at least he still has the Mega Buster, which does exactly what it did the last 4 times. Moving on.
Actually, this Mega Buster is a bit different. Not only does it charge automatically when not in use, it can be modified with different wizard equips, no relation, to change its power, speed, and status effects.
It would have been a lot better if it had boomstick equips.
Well, I'm sure there's something boomstick related in Geo's nearly 600 battle cards, which provide Star Force Mega Man with numerous special weapons.
He's got guns, swords, hammers, axes, scythes, bombs, missiles, lasers, meteors, shockwaves, a crap ton of elemental attacks, and when all else fails, he can just use his bare hands.
He can paralyze foes, drain their health,
I can't wait to
summon black
see
holes, turn
the math and
invisible,
science
heal
breakdown
wounds,
of who
create force
they decided
fields,
would win
summon
this.
other EM beings for special attacks, and control noise.
Control noise? So like when my neighbor plays
Ninja
music,
Turtles.
he could just turn it off with his mind?
Hey, we're just talking about that too
A
earlier.
trailer in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, man. Animals are getting smarter.
Right. Noise is excess energy created by EM beings, kind of like static. When utilized properly, it can cause machinery malfunction similar to an EMP, drive EM beings insane, and, if he absorbs enough of it, allow Geo and Omega to change into even more powerful forms.
His greatest form is Red Joker, which can fire the Red Gaia Erasure, a huge laser that'll reduce your body to EM particles and shoot them across the atmosphere.
While you're still conscious.
Talk about one hell of a way to go.
With all these powers and more, Geo and Omega have the resume to match. They've defeated dozens of enemies, including Sirius,
Ha! We got her!
who was powerful enough to move a black hole hundreds of millions of miles in a single day. The black hole in question was Sagittarius A, which has a mass 4 million times greater than the Sun. Factoring in its mass and the speed it traveled, we can get a kinetic energy of 4.6 decillion megatons of TNT, enough to obliterate a solar system.
Then Star Force survived inside of that black hole.
Alright, so highest endurance right here.
He's as fast as light.
Though some other EM beings were able to fly from the center of the Milky Way galaxy to Earth in only 3 days. That's over 3 million times the speed of light.
Star Force even fought EXE once. He technically lost, but he was just holding back to make sure he didn't Marty McFly the future away.
But of all his accomplishments, his greatest feat was one that no other Mega Man up until that point had achieved. This world, and this timeline, actually turned out pretty great. All thanks to Star Force Mega Man.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle royale!
Hell yeah, he said it. Oh boy. Oh, there's gonna be so much going on. Yoink. Was that X? Now these two had like the most weapons, you know, 1500 versus 600. Oh. Overpowered. Come on, X. That's right, fuck his shit up. It's like no one can get a kill in because everybody's interrupting each other. I was gonna say. There you go. Armor upgrade. Yeah, you don't have that, do you? Oh no. Oh. Wait, doesn't X have a time-stopping effect too? Yep. Oh, cheap shot. It's like, you ain't going nowhere. Did he just wipe out 3 Mega Men at once? Oh, X! My boy! Oh, 2 against 1. Holy shit! Oh, Mother Elf. Oh. Oh. What's going on? Oh, man. 2-on-1, come on. Don't tell me X bit to dust. Oh. Alright. Wow.
Whoa! I was sure X or Star Force had this one in the bag.
Surprisingly, this battle's victor was fairly clear-cut. While the original 3 Mega Men had many impressive feats, they were all outclassed by EXE and Star Force's cosmic-level feats.
And poor Volnutt couldn't keep up with any of them. Even Classic had a leg up with his huge variety of weapons, but his limited ammunition meant he would never last too long. Plus, X was designed to surpass him in every way.
X's Mother Elf may have rewritten the code of the Reploids in his time, but both EXE and Star Force were much more powerful data beings who have resisted similar rewriting before. In particular, Star Force's noise manipulation gave him a huge advantage over the Mother Elf, which we know to be fairly vulnerable to corruption.
But I know what you're thinking. Star Force is 200 years ahead of EXE. Shouldn't his tech be way better? He even held back in their cannon fight. That's, to clarify, a cannon and story, not they were both using their cannons.
True, but so did EXE. Neither were fighting at their full potential, as made evident by their other feats. At best, Star Force may move 3 million times the speed of light, but EXE was fast enough to search the whole cyberworld universe in a brief period of time, and powerful enough to later destroy it in its entirety.
And the cyber world isn't just a hard drive with some gigabytes. It's a universe with stars and galaxies and the whole shebang.
To clock EXE's speed, we first need to find the volume of EXE's field of view
Science and
compared to the volume
math
of the observable universe. With that, we can determine the number of passes EXE made across its diameter in order to search everywhere. While the manga doesn't give an exact time frame, the situation EXE is in is dire. His ally, Base.exe, is on death's door. So Mega Man's solution is to zoom around the universe as fast as possible until he happens upon some tool or weapon that can help.
That doesn't sound like it should work. But it does, and he couldn't have been gone for more than a minute or Base would have been done for.
So with that in mind, EXE must have been traveling over 3 novemdecillion times the speed of light. That's 60 zeros long.
Wiz, I'm pretty sure we just set a new record for highest number ever on this show.
Oh, they need to get the
Yeah,
mask.
I think so.
The mask versus
And it also
the
goes
genie
without
from
saying
Aladdin.
that while Star Force's solar system level black hole feat was impressive, EXE destroying an entire universe is far superior. About 200 quintillion times more, if you're curious.
Don't forget that EXE's arsenal of battle chips is much larger than Geo's collection of battle cards. Also, EXE could have just used chips like Uninstall, Interrupt, and Catcher to disable all the other Mega Man's weapons and programs whenever he wanted.
Well, except for Volnutt, ironically, because his weapons were manual rather than programmed.
You got one, buddy.
All the Mega Men are good at what they do, but at the end of the day, EXE had the speed, power, and the tools needed to be the best super fighting robot.
This battle totally rocked, man.
The winner is megaman.exe.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode. If you
All right,
want
what's
the battle
next?
music for yourself,
First
you can
up,
go by clicking the link
Big
below.
Hand
Or you can get
DXE.
commentary on this episode or another video by clicking right over there.
Ooh. Hello. Oh, Black Widow versus... Ah, I get it. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. Alright, so, Motivators, that was an awesome death battle. Again, I really thought X was gonna pull through with that one. I mean, I like the fact that he was there till the end, but, you know, math and science, you know, will always prove otherwise. But that was really enjoyable. That was a good battle royal. It's just that there was so much going on at once. That was just really chaotic. So now we got Black Widow versus Widowmaker. So I like that. I like those two right there. So I don't know who's gonna win on that one. You know, I don't know how deep they're gonna dive into each character's story. So I can't really make a decision on that one. But anyway, first of all, I'm not mad that X didn't win. You know, that was how can I put this? It was awesome. Okay, it's Mega Man. You know, it's supposed to be awesome. So even though I didn't follow, you know, the further series after a certain time, it was really good either way. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video and my reaction, just remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It always helps with the channel. I'm also taking recommendations down in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys want me to react to next. If I want to see a death battle, you know what I want to see? Captain Planet versus Avatar Aang. I want to see that. But anyway, I'm just leaving it at that. So you guys just stay tuned to the next video, and we'll see you later, and have a good day, alright? Later!